EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers 7, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
One of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Henry again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Holland airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. They'll give shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
2nd and 5. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Darren Waller, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off play action. Howard under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through it, dropping for an 8-yard loss. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because
from the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties and the better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Shoves him aside. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into it? And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession of the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Holland. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 3rd down. Holland. And he overshot him there as is out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to your defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Holland. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. Down alone, that's not enough to win a game. But
and he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before it is out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Howland. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
That one to the sideline with a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I see this.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Holland. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
The CD, always a little extra excitement for week one. And one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a